Good morning, Ian Crouch with your 8:30 Hunter News update. It's 1 year to the day since the Hunter Valley bus crash at Greta. On the night of June 11, 2023, a coach taking wedding guests home overturned on the roundabout on Wine Country Drive, claiming the lives of 10 people and injuring 25 others. Premier Chris Minns has issued a statement this morning paying tribute to those who died and the first responders who attended the crash scene. The case involving bus driver Brett Button returns to Newcastle District Court later this week, where a start date for sentencing proceedings is due to be set. Drinking water across much of Australia, including Newcastle, has been found to contain dangerous cancer-causing chemicals. The pollutants aren't safe to consume, but an investigation by the Sydney Morning Herald has revealed that PFOS and PFOA chemicals are being detected in every state across the country. UN chemicals expert Dr. Marion Lloyd-Smith says the findings are disturbing.
The makers of these chemicals have had to pay out many millions of dollars in the US to people who have been exposed and have suffered cancer. Unbelievably, though, our regulatory agencies dismiss this evidence and say that there's no clear evidence they cause disease.
Police have charged 2 teenagers accused of leading police on a pursuit in a stolen car at Raymond Terrace. Officers tried to stop a Toyota Corolla on Sunday night on Mount Hall Road, which had earlier been reported stolen, but the car took off. Road spikes were successfully used and the car was found dumped in Platt Street, Waratah. Police say a 15-year-old boy was driving the car. He and an 18-year-old male are now before the courts. A 13-year-old girl who was also in the car will be dealt with under the Young Offenders Act. There's calls for Singleton residents to share their views on the LGA's roads and public transport to inform road and transportation infrastructure now and into the future. Residents are being encouraged to highlight any concerns around road congestion and comment on where they think public transport is required. Feedback will be put towards developing the draft Singleton Traffic and Transportation Strategy, which will be later exhibited for more community feedback. Infrastructure and Planning Acting Director Aaron Malloy says feedback plays an important role in its development.
So every piece of feedback's taken on board and reviewed. So basically, the second exhibition, once the draft strategy is a 28-day exhibition, and again, residents can put forward their thoughts there, and we definitely make changes to strategies that based on submissions from residents if they've got points that we've missed within that strategy.
Residents can share their thoughts by dropping a pin on the virtual map on Council's website or making a written submission by July 7. Hunter Public Schools in need of urgent maintenance will benefit from significant funding to be announced in next week's state budget. The government is allocating just over $1 billion to a pipeline of investment over the next financial year, which includes essential maintenance, minor works and refurbishments. Works such as repainting, roof and flooring repairs and laying new playground paving are included in the funding. Not-for-profit groups in the Hunter could stand to benefit with a share of $700,000 from the IMB Bank Community Foundation Grants Program. Individual grants of $1,000 to $30,000 are up for grabs to grassroots projects which have social, cultural and environmental impacts. IMB Bank CEO Robert Ryan says the grants have a particular focus.
We're particularly focused on funding initiatives that help vulnerable people suffering from the cost of living crisis, causing them to cut back on activities and essential services that support their mental and physical well-being.
Applications close this Friday.
2NURFM Sport.
Jet striker Apostolos Stamatolopoulos is set to be handed his Socceroos debut in tonight's World Cup qualifier against Palestine in Perth. Coach Graham Arnold believes that Stamatolopoulos could be a player to spearhead the Australian attack in preparation for the 2026 World Cup in North America. Newcastle hockey coach Dave Willett believes there are positive signs for the side after falling short of the New South Wales Championship final yesterday. They went down 4-1 in the semi-final to defending champions Illawarra South Coast, who also beat them in the decider last year. Meanwhile, Newcastle hockey player Mariah Williams scored in a crucial win for Australia on Sunday ahead of the Olympics. The Hockeyroos came back from a 2-goal deficit to draw 2-2, with the side taking a 4-3 shootout victory against Germany in London. And Knights centre Bradman Best is racing the clock to be able to be fit enough for selection for Sunday's match with Penrith. That's sport. I'm Jessie Dennett.
And the winning numbers in Monday Lotto are 16, 21, 26, 34, 36 and 42, and the supplementaries are 17 and 38. And now you're up to date with the latest 2NURFM Hunter News.